Hey, what's up everyone, Journeyman here and welcome to episode 11 of my FIFA 18 Coventry City career mode save. So today's episode we take on Swindon, and who else are we taking on? Let's go back, made a mistake. Let's take on Swindon, and we're also taking on Wycombe, and we're also going to complete the January transfer window. With the January transfer in mind, I'm actually put a bid in for a couple of players. Yes, I'm actually being active in the transfer window for once in my life. So basically, I've decided to delegate the signings of Ibrahim Salah, a centre midfielder, another Egyptian centre midfielder, 30 years old, could definitely provide some extra depth in there, especially with the sale of, the release of Michael Doyle in the very near future. Then I'm trying to bring in Simon Church as extra coverage up top. Right now, a little bit short after the loan sell of Ponticelli, and obviously Kwame Thomas going to be out for the year, and then Duckins Nazon, who I forgot to mention, has gone back to Wolves on loan. He's gone back to Wolves from his original parent club. His loan agreement ended, and I'm also trying to sign Marcus Casado, a left winger. I'm trying to sign these guys on the cheap. I'm trying to be kind of cheap about it. These are really, really good, talented players. I'm hoping I can bring them in. If I can't, then you know what? That's okay, because we got a pretty solid, strong squad. Alright, so going into today's game against Swindon Town, first and foremost, we have a couple of changes to the team from the last time out, the 2-1 victory over Exeter City. Jones returns to the first team at right midfield. Hamad comes back in for Kelly. And yeah, that's pretty much only changes, really. Hopefully, consistency will help us today. Alright, so here we go, playing at home at the Rico, up against the mighty Swindon Town. There was a time when both of these teams were in the Premier League. I mean, that was in the early 90s, of course. I'm not sure many of you remember when Swindon Town were in the Premier League, but at one point, they were a pretty successful big club. And here's Bevan found Andrea now, one-on-one with a defender. He's got options ahead of him. He looks for the run of Jones. He wouldn't have counted anyway. It was offside. Decent run from Jones. Good through ball there from Andrea, but unfortunately, it would not have counted. Oh, here's Bevan now through on goal. He's going to lay it to Andrea. Andrea shoots and scores. Let's get it in there. I tell you what, this strike partnership is going to get us promoted this season. Mark my words. Put that on a calendar. That's going to be a... obviously, these two have formed an unbelievable partnership. Bevan does well to win the ball back, plays it across, and a great strike from the edge of the area from Tony Andrea. That is what is now 6th goal of the season. There's a chance now for Swindon, and what a challenge that was for McDonald. He's a little dodgy this season. Not really been our best option at centre-half, but that was a wonderful sliding challenge. But the danger's not over yet, and that's a solid save from Labont in goal. Alright, it's a full-time whistle. Sorry, full-time whistle. First half whistle has blown, and we are currently winning 1-0 from a goal from Tony Andrea. Not much other to really speak of. Swindon really haven't created too many opportunities, and honestly, neither have we. Going forward, it's been a little bit lackluster, a little bit off the pace, not on normal sharpness. I'm hoping that will change in the second half, and we can double our advantage. Corner kick for Swindon here. First ball chance of the second half. We haven't been doing very well defending these so far this season. It's pulled to the edge of the area. He goes by his man and shoots, and oh, that was a really good effort there from whoever it was for Swindon. Poor defending yet again, though. We seem to can't defend set pieces this season. I don't know if that's me or the players or what, but whatever the case is, we are very bad at defending set pieces. Oh, he broke through there, and great challenge from Willis. As the ball through to Andreas, turn his man. He's going to get a shot off here, but it falls to Jones. Oh! Great strike there from Jones on the volley, and a good save in the near post from the goalkeeper. Alright, let's see if we can make the most of this corner kick. Ball's whipped in. Willis is free, gets there, and a decent save from the goalkeeper. Never really in danger, but Willis did well to almost break his neck to put that ball on target. Here's Bevan again, looking for Andrea, but he can't quite get there, not enough on the ball. Still not many opportunities in the second half to speak of thus far. That was definitely one of the better ones, believe it or not. Well play from Stevenson here, and he's going to try and lead the charge, and he finds Andrea with a through ball, and then he's got Bevan on the overlap, and he finds him beautifully. Bevan, first time! Oh, puts it wide of the post. Good build-up play between Stevenson, Andrea, and Bevan. I tell you, those three are forming an absolutely unbelievable partnership in the middle of the field. Now Andrea wins the ball back here, and here's a chance to make it 2-0. Andrea for his second goal of the game, and great save from the keeper. Falls to Bevan. Oh, he falls it to Kelly at the edge of the area, and his shot was always rising from Kelly. Should have been 2-0. decent running effort there from Andrea, but unfortunately it was a good save. It was a good save, but he should have done a lot better with the effort. Alright, and there it is. The full-time whistle has blown, and it's finished a 1-0 victory up against Swindon Town. So, good, solid victory. Not a lot of action to really speak of in this game, but good finish early on from Tony Andreev and decent build-up play from between him and Bevan. A couple of chances late on. The miss from Bevan was obviously pretty huge, and obviously that miss at the end as well from Andrea, winning 1-on-1 with the keeper. But nevertheless, comfortable victory. Very well played from the Sky Blues. Happy to get away with a victory. Alright, so we have some transfer news. LFR for Ryan Haynes came in from Charlton Athletic for £320,000. Now, Ryan Haynes is only valued at $375,000, so that's below his asking value. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to delegate. I don't want him to sell him for less than his value. So instead of 320, I don't want to sell him less than 350. Just because I don't really have a solid backup left back right now, and honestly, that's below his value. I want him to pay $500,000. I think that's a fair value for him. I mean, he's been a really good player for us this season, but I think $500,000. If I get that offer, I've got to accept it. To be honest with you. Alright, so another offer is coming for Ryan Haynes, this time from Exeter City. They put in a bid of £350,000, which is still below his market value. So what I'm going to do, start the offer again. I want to do the same thing again. If someone comes in with $500,000, I've got to accept it, but I'm definitely not going to sign him for below his value. So I'm going to set the 380 on this one, and let's see what they come back and say. Alright, with the potential sale of Haynes, and if we get a good bid for him, I will obviously accept it. I actually found myself a left back, two left backs actually, Acosta and Andrea Mitrev. So I'm scouting Costa right now to get more information about him. Mitrev, though, I'm trying to sign on a really, really cheap deal. My scouts highly recommend him, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a little cheeky delegate bid in for him. If he accepts it, great. If he doesn't, then we'll move on and try and find another left back. Alright, so unfortunately, the news of Marcos Casado has decided that he's not going to sign, not willing to accept an offer below 1,000 in order to join the club. They can consider the negotiations over. Disappointed not to get him. And then Simon Church as well. Basically, they weren't willing to accept an offer below 1,000 in order to join our club, which is fine. That's just fair enough. Again, those were kind of cheeky bids. Anyway, I didn't expect to sign those players. But again, the search goes on to try and improve the squad. Let's go back and let's see. Maybe we can delegate again, perhaps? No, we cannot. Okay, interesting. Good to know. All right, so remove those and then we'll proceed. Hopefully, Salah might sign for us. If not, Mitrev would be a good, solid signing at left back. Alright, Mitrev decided he's not going to accept an offer for £900, which is fine, which is understandable. And then I finally got my scout report on Rico Henry, a guy that someone recommended to me. 69 overall. He is a fantastic player, but I'm unlikely to be able to afford him. Let's go take a look at the transfer hub real quick, and let's see if I am even close enough to sign him. Alright, so they're looking between £2.5 to £3 million. There's no way I can afford that right now. He's definitely a player I'll keep on my short list. But honestly, on my set of deals, is definitely not going to happen, unfortunately. And Mitrov can be removed from the transfer hub. Alright, so we're still scouting Acosta right now, trying to get more information about him. Because pretty much the entirety of our transfer budget, we really don't have that much money left. We've only got 352 in the transfer budget with 4 on the K on the wage. Profit right now, again, I'm keeping that in mind as well because my objective is to finish a profit margin of 17.6 million. That's unlikely to happen, but I'm going to make an attempt at it. Nevertheless, we are doing really well right now. We're actually top of the table after that victory over Swindon Town. We have one more game in this episode that'll be up against Wycombe. Alright, and with this game against Wycombe, obviously we've got a couple of players returning to the team. Pretty much our first team available is available. So Jones at right midfield, Reed at left, Stevenson, Hamed through the middle, Haynes, McDonald, Willis, Grimmer at the back, the Bonts in goal, Bevan, and of course Andrew up top. Alright, so here we go, a rematch up against Wycombe Wanderers. Obviously, we had these guys a couple of episodes ago, actually, and I can't remember what the score was, funny enough. I want to say we drew, question mark. But here's an early chance for Carl Reed. He's going to stand it up at the back post, and it finds Bevan. He knocks it down. Here's Andrea with the header, and it goes narrowly wide of the post. Now as Andrea leading the counter-attack for Coventry City. He's got by his man here. He's going to take on the centre half, and he does brilliantly to go around him. He's in the box now. Andrea, and what a challenge that was. Here's Bevan now. He's got by his man. He's still going. Bevan shoots, and lashes it just past the post. Decent effort there from Bevan. Determination to get away from one, if not two players there who almost tackled him. And decent effort, just the wrong side of the post. Here's another chance. Here's Bevan shoots, and that was always going wide. But good pressure so far early in this game. We're starting to really stamp our authority on it. Oh, what a skill there from Andrea. He's got by his man now. He's beat his second man. He's going to get into the box. He turns his man, shoots. Oh, and what a save. What a run from Tony Andrea. It was unfortunate not to finish up a goal. Fantastic piece of skill to get away from his original man. And it goes out for a corner. Let's see if we can make the most of this. Falls Andrea in the box on the half volley, but it's always going wide. Still, what a run from Tony Andrea there to create that opportunity. Here's Bevan. Bevan goes by his man, gets in the box, shoots, left-footed. Oh, another good save from the keeper. He's kept him in at this game. It's been all us today, honestly, and we're very unlucky not to have taken the lead so far. Reed's going to whip this ball in. And I think that was Willis who got ahead to it, but it easily claimed from the goalkeeper as a looped into his hands. There's a chance for Wycombe at the end of the first half. Oh, there's a good block there from Jordan Willis, and the ball goes out for a corner kick. So we haven't been good at defending these. Let's see if we can do it now. Ball's whipped in. That's a solid header and a good save from LeBon in goal. Once again, we can't seem to defend corners. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong. Mistiming my headers. Ball's whipped in near post, and Jody Jones makes a thundering headed clearance. The danger isn't over yet. The ball's hoisted back in. Reed with a header. And the ball is finally cleared, and that ends the first half 0-0. It's been pretty much all us from start to finish. A couple opportunities later on for Wycombe, but apart from that, we've absolutely dominated the game, and we should be at least 1 or 2 goals up. There's Andrea. Oh, what a ball that is. Bevan's now through on goal. Here's an early chance second half. Bevan left-footed. Another wonderful save from the goalkeeper. He has been absolutely unbelievable for Wycombe today. Here's another chance. Andrea puts it in. He found Hamed. Awful header, and the ball is finally cleared. There's Akinfenwa. He falls gallant on the edge of the area. Goes by his man to Paris Cohen Hall. Great tackle there from Haynes, coming across, making a thundering tackle. But here's a chance for the counter-attack now. Jody Jones is streaking forward. He's got Bevan on the run. He finds him. Bevan's through on goal. Here's a chance. 1-0. Oh, no, never mind. Never good save from the keeper. Poor finish. Couldn't pick a side. Went straight at him. And another chance goes to waste. Oh no, unlucky ricochet. Here's a chance. And oh, he scuffs his shot wide. Time to make a change. Let's bring on Peter Vicente for Kyle Reed. Obviously, we know Vicente's creative ability. Hopefully, he can create more opportunities for us. I don't know how we're not leading today's game. Here's Akinfenwa to Sanders. Ball's whipped in, and Haynes as well to make the clearance, and it falls to Ben Stevenson. And this is where we're very dangerous on the counter-attack. We've got plenty of pace, power, and skill to get forward here. Decent build-up play. Oh, we give it away cheaply. Well played from Bevan. Now Andrea is through on goal here. Here's a chance. Andrea, what a finish from Tony Andrea. Another linked goal between Stuart Bevan and Tony Andrea. And that is an absolute belter of finish into the top corner of the net. Take another look. Oh, never mind. I hit A. Oops, never mind. You'll see that one again. That is an absolute beautiful goal there from Tony Andrea. And we are finally broke the deadlock, and we are winning 1-0. Oh, here's Bevan at the edge of the area. He's going to take a shot on. Oh, narrowly over the bar from Stuart Bevan. All right, so Stephen's looking a bit tired. Let's bring on Kelly instead. Oh, great flick on. Here's Vicente. Founds Bevan. Bevan surely this time. Oh, what a save. You've got to be kidding me. How is it not like 5 or 6-0? We've only got 2 minutes of added on time now. I want to say the game is pretty much dead. And there it is. 1-0, but we should have been 6-0. We've had all the chances in the world. Bevan should have had at least a hat-trick. But some wonderful saves from the goalkeeper kept them in it. And let's take another look at that goal because I skipped over it. Where is it? There it is. The Tony Andrea goal. Take another look here. Well won from Stevenson. Lays it to Bevan. Bevan through ball to Andrea. Just inside the box. And smashes it past the goalkeeper. And 1-0 was the final score today. I've got some bad news on the transfer front. Unfortunately, Salar's offer has been rejected, so he will not be joining the club. And we've agreed a fee with Exeter of £400,000 for Ryan Haynes. So with that in mind, we have to be active now to try and find a potential left-back replacement. Let's go take a quick look at the transfer list and see if we can identify any talents we might want to bring in. Okay, and we finally have some good news. We finally signed a player. However, he will not join us till the end of the season, and that's going to be Nicola Lancini, the Italian left-back and centre-half. Very, very talented individual. Highly recommended to me by a friend of mine, and I'm looking to bring him on board at the end of the season. However, Haynes will likely leave the club, which means there'll be a big gap there still. I do have some options, though. A couple of players can play the left-back at a pinch. Obviously, as well, we still have Conwell, I believe, who's honestly not that good of a player, but he could probably do a job at a pinch, at least for the remainder of the season. Alright, so here we are on deadline day. Obviously, one move potentially going out of the club is going to be the sale of Haynes. We have a message here, and we got an offer for Lee Burge for £160,000. We, of course, are going to accept that offer. No other offers have come in, and negotiations with Exeter City has broken down for Haynes. So currently he's still in talks, however, with Charlton, who have just agreed a fee for us for £370,000. Not exactly the kind of money I wanted, but still that'd be a decent transfer sum coming in. Alright, so I'm going to try and get this Acosta guy in. Can't get much of a report on him, so what I'll do is I'll start with a cheeky bid of 200,000 and go as high as 254. They're likely not to accept it, but it's definitely worth having a go and see if we can get him in on the cheap. Alright, so we actually get a transfer offer for Stuart Bevan for £450,000. That's a lot of money for a player of his age, but of course, I'm going to reject that. He has been absolutely immense for us this season. I'm not getting rid of him until he's ready to retire. Alright, and news on the transfer front as well. Ryan Haynes is likely going to be staying with the club as Charlton. He talks with Charlton Athletic. It has been pulled. So, again, not really surprising. There's a bit of an issue with selling players and transfer talks contract talks being broken down. Obviously, I'm not disappointed. I'm very happy to keep Haynes for the rest of the year, but it definitely takes the pressure off us now and bringing in a replacement left back. And speaking of players going out, Lee Burge has officially been sold for £160,000. And then we got an offer from Nottingham Forest for £1.3 million for Jordan Willis. That's very tempting, but 1.3 million. That's a lot of money, especially for us, and we're definitely still trying to make budget this season. But he's such a good player. He can be so good in the future. All right, what we're going to do is I'm going to put an unbelievable offer in. Okay, so I'm going to say I want £3 million. If we get £3 million for Jordan Willis, we have to sell him. But if we get an offer of around 2.4 million, then I'll accept it. So yeah, we'll go with that. We'll delegate it and see what they come back with. It's likely that they will not pursue further negotiations, but we'll see what Nottingham Forest's response is. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. I didn't think they would go for that price tag. But again, he's such an important player to me. I'm not looking to move him on at all. And it'll have to be a stupid offer for me to sell him. All right, and we decided to enter the contract negotiations. Cyprian Lowen Diak, he's a centre midfielder, can also play on the right wing as well. He'll give us an option out wide for the remainder of the season. I'll have to see if he comes to some sort of agreement. I'm trying to get him on obviously try and get on a deal with my wage budget in mind, which isn't a lot. Haven't got any answers back for the signing of Acosta nor the signing of Leon. Let's take a look. And unfortunately, Cyprian Loan has decided he's not going to sign for us. We can't agree a deal there. And it also looks increasingly like I'm not going to be able to bring in Acosta either, which basically means I would have been unable to sign anyone in that transfer window. So very, very disappointing to not have been able to bring anyone in. Obviously, a few players have left the club now. Oh, finally. Okay, yes, the Acosta Brokes did actually break down in the end. They couldn't agree a fee for that much. So I do a final report on Curtis Peters. I was looking at him to bring him on loan. He wasn't good enough anyway. I wouldn't have made the deal. So yeah, disappointing to not bring anyone in during this transfer window. And obviously a few players have left the club, so that's helped improve some of our finances. So that's pretty important stuff too. In a couple of days' time, I do think we have a youth intake coming in tomorrow. So we'll do that one, and then we'll finish the episode there. And even though the transfer window has been shut, Jody Jones, offered for Jones, has come in for £920,000. That is laughable. You can go back to where you came from, Bolton. All right, so we have one scout report come in, and that was from Owen Robinson. Let's go ahead and check out some of the players that he has found. Anyone worth bringing in? So we have Kleber Menzes, who are currently 18 years old. He's only 44 to 54, potential of 70 to 90. He's unlikely to reach anywhere near that talent being at 18 years old. Let's take a look at some of the other talent he has found, though. And it looks pretty sparse, believe it or not. I had high hopes of going to Brazil and finding some absolute gems, but it hasn't really been that successful. With that being said, though, let's bring in Menzes anyway. Let's take a look at him. Worst case scenario, we'll just release him and we'll move on with our lives. So Menzes has come in. Let's take a look, and he's 46 overall, potential of 70 to 90. Not particularly athletic, not particularly technically gifted. Looks like this guy might be a bit of a dud. On the plus end, though, the good news is Dominguez is now a 60 overall. He's improved leaps and bounds. He will definitely be promoted to the senior team. So that is the first player I have promoted from my youth team to my first team. So very happy to have him on board. Let's take a look at how he fits in with the team. Obviously, Dominguez, let's take a look at some of his attributes, shall we? So agility 71 is a high point. Acceleration 64, which isn't great for a winger. Sprint speed of 59 is not good either. Stamina is not great. Curve is pretty good, though, at 71. How his crossing, 63. Ball control, 63. Weak foot's 3-star. Skill moves, 3-star. He's a right midfielder, can also play centre midfield as well. Did not know that, so that's nice to have a little bit of flexibility in the midfield. But overall, he looks like he might be a solid player for us. Obviously, we got him for nothing, so overall, a pretty okay signing. And he'll definitely provide Vicente and Jones and Reed some competition in the wide positions. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to wrap things up. The next episode, obviously, we'll be up against Forest Green, and then let's also take a look at the calendar real quick. So we have Forest Green, then Accrington Stanley, and then we're starting to reach the climax of the season. We are obviously currently top of the table, so going really strongly there. Now 4 points clear of Notts County. We're starting to pull clear, and 5 points clear of Swindon, who are in 4th position. So things are looking on the up. Pretty happy with how things are going naturally, and as you can see, we'll leave with the screenshot of Stuart Bevan winning the Player of the Month. So there he has it. There you look at him. He looks absolutely thrilled or slightly disgusted. I'm not quite sure which one it is. But thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like on the video. If you want to see more videos by me in the future, hit subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.